Wave 6 has arrived, so let's get straight into the rankings. Coming in at 8th place we have the Curveball track, 3DS Rosalina's Ice World. This track starts off strong, with a windy narrow section which could be littered with items later on in the race. There are some added half pipes and then a split path where you can go underwater, much like GCN Sherbetland. My problems with this track arise with its second half, which I think is far too slippery, and the icy stalagmites blocking your way make this a pretty evil section to play. I think I'll get better at this track over time, so I'm cautiously optimistic I'll enjoy it more in the future, hence my ranking of B tier. In a narrow 7th place we have the penultimate track of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, SNES Bowser's Castle 3. This is mostly inspired from its kingly remake and tour, and doesn't disappoint. This is easily the most upgraded Super Nintendo retro track of all time, and it's probably my favourite of them as well. This has two of my favourite set pieces in the wave, being the split road with tricks at the beginning, and the walls you can ride on later on. This gets a high B tier from me. Coming in just above that with another B+ is Wii's Daisy Circuit. I'm gonna be honest, I was secretly hoping we'd get a Peach Garden style surprise third lap with this, for example a trick variant, but what we got is perfectly fine. The added glider to the shortcut brings the track up to modern standards, and the added boost panels on the lighthouse turn really ramp up the pace of this course. I can't go without mentioning the music here, which is still one of my favourites in the whole series. Our first A tier goes to the final tour track added, Madrid Drive. I'm sorry I couldn't showcase the music for this one in the video, but just like Daisy Circuit, it's an absolute banger. Back to the course, this does a Berlin byways and has a completely convoluted lap order, but I'm not complaining. The set pieces for this one are great, my highlights being the plaza with the sleeping wiggler which wakes up later, and of course the stadium with its own music. For the final city course in 8 Deluxe, this does a great job of closing out this genre for the series. Bravo. Of course, there is another city track in this wave, that being Tor Rome Avanti, which could be my second favourite city track in the whole game, just behind Athens. The vibes here are immaculate, the music is beautiful. The track design is famous for being really narrow and windy in Tor, but here I feel they were able to handle it the best they could. Of course, the highlights are both sections in the Colosseum, on lap 1 where you drive up it, and on lap 3 where you avoid chain chomps. Really excellent stuff. Third place in Wave 6 goes to the track I last minute chose to not predict, that being GCN DK Mountain. I had a fear this track wouldn't play too well in 8 Deluxe, but I feel Nintendo handled it the best they probably could have. Most things of this track are still intact, although the ramps on the mountaintop have been made to look far more natural, and the bridge lets you do tricks on it. I'm disappointed by the gap cut being made a bit more tricky, but this track is still the double dash banger it always has been, so it deserves an A+ on this ranking. In second place is the final track of the Acorn Cup, Piranha Plant Cove. While its brother in Tor was cut, this track made the transition to 8 Deluxe very smoothly indeed. They tricked us by having PPC 2 start off the race, which is the only variant with a glider, an extremely epic one mind you. Cove 1 I think would have been better as a starting lap, but it does have a nice effect of making it so that you cross over racers later on. Besides that, everything here is still intact, and I absolutely adore the visuals in this one. Again, we have a banger A+ track. And coming in first place goes to the track I wanted in this pass more than any other, and probably the course with the most love and effort poured into it more than any other in the pass, Wii Rainbow Road. This is my second favourite track in all of 8 Deluxe, just coming short of the GOAT Mount Wario. Its addition of guardrails in some places is annoying, but literally everything else is an upgrade from an already kingly track. It looks stunning, and the music is my favourite in all of 8 Deluxe, just going to show how special this track truly is. The nostalgia is immense, and while yes, I don't want to fall for fanbait by Nintendo, I still gotta give this track the recognition it deserves. It's a fantastic end to the Booster Course Pass. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for a 96 track rank.